Thank you, Shrija, for such an insightful summary and highlighting the key strategies of controlling the cloud cost. So let me introduce how Xgrid is building cloud cost control workflow to overcome all the challenges you mentioned. It is a package service offering for visualization of resources hosted on the cloud using the open source tools like Cloud Custodian, Prometheus, Grafana, etc. It provides one platform to track all your cloud resources, be it like cloud, multi-cloud, or hybrid infrastructure. It can track GCP, Azure, or AWS resources on a single UI. It enforces tagging compliance that plays a vital role in determining the resource utility cost and many other aspects as well. It provides schedule monitoring and alerting workflows that help to track resource utilization and take action immediately. And it also provides cost optimization and recommendation workflow without exposing your private information. Further ado, let's dive right into workflows. Setting up XCC in an AWS account is a simple process. Before you start, make sure you have access to an IAM role with the necessary permissions. Next, deploy the XCC Terraform module in your AWS account. Then set up Cloud Custodian on an EC2 instance and S3 bucket for storing the Cloud Custodian metadata. Then you will create XCC backend lambdas for the visualization workflow and the services for the monitoring and alerting workflow. And finally, you create XCC dashboard in Grafana to visualize your XCC workflows. Now let's see how to create a visualization workflow for Cloud Custodian policies in AWS account. This workflow will trigger an XCC lambda to perform attribution, which involve linking resources to specific IAM role and users, then collecting cost metrics of those resources and grouping cost by IAM role and user. This information is displayed on an XCC dashboard for easier understanding and visualization. You will be able to better understand these workflows in the demo. Here comes XCC continuous monitoring and alerting workflow, where use cases are divided into two parts: Cloud Custodian managed and XCC managed policy. CC managed policies are specific to AWS managed metrics of the resources. For example, unused resources, missing tag resources, CPU utilization of resources, and many other as well. While in XCC policies that are built by performing attribution on Cloud Custodian policies metadata, here we are taking care of cost metrics at priority. For example, IAM user allocated cost exceeds any threshold value, and in the end, stakeholder will be notified on policy breach. Both XCC and CC policies are continuous schedule-based monitoring jobs, like we are running these policies daily at once. The most important part is tagging compliance workflow, because tagging plays a vital role in XCC workflows. So in this workflow, we are manually enforcing the tagging compliance by executing Cloud Custodian policies based on services specific event and notify stakeholder with a list of flagged resources. For example, if environment or owner tag is missing on an EC2 server, stakeholder will be notified with a list of those EC2 instances where mentioned tags are missing. And another example is it apply owner tag on all newly created EC2 instances. XCC recommendation workflow is introduced to optimize resource utilization and contextualizing the application on cloud. This can include factors such as security, scalability, cost, and compliance requirement. Here we focus on cost as priority and implement Cloud Custodian policies considering tagging as a pre-requirement, and notify stakeholder with a list of impacted resources. For example, stop EC2 instances in off hours to control cost of resources, and other use cases is to stop resources of dev environment on weekend. And these use cases will be implemented through Cloud Custodian policies based on off hour, on hour, and environment tags.